What's up guys, it's Draken. I've been wanting to do a feature on this blaster ever since Steven brought it the first time, and sadly, it got a little bit dirty while I was waiting, but it's got a lot of stuff going on inside. So let's just launch right into it. It is of course a rapid strike up front and a stampede in the back. That's kind of like a party in the front and a stampede in the back, but it's very, very sweet. He's integrated tactical rails onto it. These are actual Picatinny. I think they're Magpul tack rails. They don't necessarily look like the worker ones. It could go either way. And then of course he has Nerf rails up top. He has an integrated ammo counter with the ribbon cables going through and in, and that's of course also hooked up to an IR sensor. So between this and Daniel's Straven, we have two very insane full auto flywheel blasters with integrated ammo counters carried by people who have just an absolute truckload of magazines at all times. So it's the Mark II Delta 20A. Over here it says SE&C, which is of course the name of our Nerf club, Mark II, because I think this is the second primary kind of like this that he's made. It's obviously using 180 motors, but it's a very smooth job here. This is a 3D printed cover that he's covered with a little bit of putty and then paint. And he is our local stormtrooper, while the TK, where is his number? I don't see it on here, but he uses a generic stormtrooper number for obvious reasons. If you're familiar with the 501st or the 405th, I can't remember which one is Halo and which one is Star Wars right now, but powered by a LiPo. That voltmeter is integrated up here. The integration is relatively smooth. It's definitely better than some of my work, so I have nothing bad to say about it. But down here and up here you can see there's a combination of epoxy putty and maybe Bondo the way that he did it, but he's got plenty of tack rails and it's doing a lot of stuff in full auto. It's very sweet. The weight is predominantly in the back because I think that's where most of his battery packs are sitting, but it's interesting that he had a choice between the front and the back, as the Rapid Strike and the Stampede locate their batteries in opposite places. So all of his magazines are also black and white. He uses the F10555, which is kind of like Workers Test Division magazines with this, which looks really sweet. It gives it an awesome aesthetic. Luckily it's more white than black, and it has an orange tip because United States, but it's a very sweet blaster. I've talked about it plenty. I love playing against it. I've actually never fired it before myself, but standard Rapid Strike controls, it was fast. It is quite the dart hose, and of course the 180s mean that it is delivering the hits. I like the integrated voltmeter. I love the integrated ammo counter, but the battery on the ammo counter, which is located I think in the front, is so low that the IR beam isn't picking up things. You can also see that at this war, we are starting to lose the light at this point in the day. Some people have gone home, but this was a almost 60 person, maybe a little over 60 person war, and we're playing Trouble in Terrorist Town right over there right now. But a sweet blaster that I've been meaning to feature for a very long time, and it gives me an awesome opportunity to give Steven a shout out, because Steven is standing over there and he's finally started a YouTube channel of his very own. It's almost like an infection at the SE&C, and it's a wonderful infection where you get to see a lot of people make wonderful things and their own take on it. So Daniel just started a YouTube channel, and so did Steven, so you can check out Steven's YouTube channel and his blaster build on this in the description box below. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you're curious about the SE&C, I'll put a link to that in the description box below as well. Much love, Nerf on, Drak out.